What's up? I am proud of myself. I'm, I'm very, very proud of myself. Um, I got a couple well, a couple as in two of you guys to look into Keenan Ivory Wayne's. And I know some of y'all already saw the interview, but yeah, somebody I didn't really get that the whole minimalist thing from Marlon. I've been on that myself. I mean, I respect Marlon, but I didn't get that from him. This is something I think myself like t-shirt and jeans. I don't need to go out and get designer all that kind of crazy stuff and wasted money. He was talking about the same thing, how he grew up kind of like I did and didn't have a lot of stuff. And he was saying he had 1,500 pairs of shoes. And he said just realized he wants to get rid of all that stuff and live like a minimalist. And I think somebody broke into his house and he was saying, you can't get anything because everything we're stealing is big. And I laughed because that's what I say all the time. Like, you got a piano, but for one, you got to know how to open the big door downstairs. And good luck carrying a piano out of here. But as far as anything else, it ain't nothing to steal from me. I don't, no jewelry, no none of that stuff. But yeah, I guess me and him, breaking up. Let me see. Does it sound better now? I don't know why. Shit, there's always some kind of problem going on. It does look kind of hot. I don't know why. Is it clear now, or is it still breaking up? Usually, I don't even see your comments, but I did. I saw that one as soon as you put it. Well, hopefully, it's better. Um, but yeah, me and Marlon are kind of the same as far as that. I mean, you can steal the stove. You can steal the refrigerator. I don't know what else you're gonna steal because I don't. I try not to have stuff like that. Okay, I think the sound is good. But anyway, yeah, we got some stuff to talk about today. What is this? Yeah, we're gonna talk about some. I'm gonna talk about some serious nuggets today. And I don't think I did this in a while. I always try to give you guys good information, but I'm gonna talk about some serious, good nuggets to know about today, and hopefully it helps somebody. Anyway, 55,948. I know everybody was excited because we near touched 58,000. Telling you in the short term, a lot of y'all keep asking me, what about now? What about this? And what you think the market's going to do? Like I said, in between, I mean, we still around this interest rate time, anything can happen, and doesn't mean we're gonna go straight up after interest rates either. So I hope don't get fooled. Actually, I'm gonna talk about a lot today. When I first started this morning, I thought it was gonna be nothing, but anyway, let's get to it. And I had a good breakfast. So let's get through this real quick. You already know how I feel about this. I talked about it the other day. U.S. spot Bitcoin ETF see $117 million in inflows, which seemingly is good because it's better than outflows and it's better than 20 and 40 million. So it's over $100 million. Ethereum ETFs register 11 million in inflows, but as I told you the other day, the BlackRock buys their stuff around the corner in the back alley. So they're not even like buying it like on exchange where it's going to lift the price up or whatever. They not trying to get that volatility. They want to buy all their Bitcoin at the same price, so they buy them over the counter, whatever crap you want to call it. But yeah, so I know a lot of people getting excited about it, but that's why the price is not necessarily going up. But when they decide that they want the price to go up, it's most likely going to be some kind of news catalyst. Post interest rate cuts, presidential election, whatever else news they want to throw out there. So it's not going to be based off how much BlackRock and the other funds are buying in ETFs. Now, here's the crazy part is, I've been saying this to y'all a couple of times. You guys know more than you think you do because you know more than the average person because you're in crypto every day. You watch this channel, you watch other channels, you're on Twitter, you invest in crypto. And so I'm pretty sure they're going to probably make it, excuse me. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to make it look like that. I'm guessing the ETF inflows will probably all be over $100 million, and everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, this is why the market is going up." And it's all smoke and mirrors, just like the thumbnail we're about to talk about with the presidential debate. Anyway, get through that because I got to get to some other stuff. So that is that. So here we are with this. I'm gonna just knock it out and get it out the way. I think I'm gonna try. Bitcoin drops after Trump and Harris debate. BTC price down 2.2%. Listen. Once again, let's think open minded here. Whether you feel like you're on the right or the left or libertarian, whatever you think you are. So a lot of people's like, oh yeah, because it wasn't. Of course, you had the people's like it was both. It was like Kamala was the best and she killed it, and then people's like Trump was the best and he killed it because everybody just saying what they want to say anyway. Nobody ain't changing their mind. They saying whatever aligns with their party. But overall, what I see, and no, I didn't watch it. I'm not wasting my time anymore with that stuff. For one, we're too close to the election. I got other stuff to do, trying to figure out projects, look at this and that, and make sure I'm not missing anything. Anyway, I didn't watch it, but the consensus seems to be if I'm the type of person I try to like gather everything together and look straight down the middle and try to gather the proper data. It seems like as far as oratory skills that people feel like Kamala won and they're like, oh man, this wasn't Trump's best debate. And, she really mollywopped him or whatever. And so that's why the market is down because they like, oh my gosh, we probably could get Kamala. Listen, I don't want nobody to get offended, but y'all been on this channel long enough. This is what I have to say about this. And there's also the thing that people speculating that Kamala had her earrings were actually an earpiece and she was hearing the notes or whatever. I don't know. I don't really care. This is what I got to say about it. Same thing I've always said. I feel like Republicans is going to get in office. It's going to be better for from the audience looking in. It'll be better for the narrative of cutting interest rates if that's what they're going to do. And I'm not just talking about the first one. I'm talking about as we go on. And some other stuff too. The only way I'm gonna get back to it, I want to say something. Do I say that now? Yeah. So I won't say it now. And I said when I was talking to some friends about this, and they were saying like, oh, you saw the debate, blah blah blah, and come out of this, whatever. And listen, I'm not trying to predict the future or anything, but my take is if Kamala gets in the office, I think we get in C19 2.0. That's just what I think. That's the only reason I would see that would be beneficial for them to put her in office if they wanted to do the same stupid mess they did last time, printing all the money. And I know y'all like it, so y'all probably like, what? Why he call it stupid? But giving out all the stimulus checks and all that stuff. If they want to do that again, that's the only reason I can see them put her in the office. The next statement. Now I know, please, y'all should know me by now. I shouldn't have to make any disclaimers. I don't give a crap about nobody's political party. I'm definitely not a misogynist either. But listen to what I'm going to say. And we haven't had too many examples. So what I can say is if you think clearly, just for a minute, maybe think about it later. And some of y'all not going to like this, but please listen with an open mind, okay? And I'm saying this for my conservative watchers, okay? Because we don't have any other examples, right? So if you were to take Kamala, and then you would put Kamala on stage, and you put Michelle Obama on stage, and you put Hillary Obama on stage. One of them is not like the others. And let's get to like what I think people think about it. This is true. A lot of people say this. Americans only think about Americans. You only think about your point. You only think about your point of view. You don't think about anything else, just how you see it. The rest of the world, and this is what I can say, and I'm never trying to knock anybody. I keep telling y'all I don't give a crap about nobody's political party. But what I can say, Kamala is prettyish. You know what I mean? She's pretty. She be drinking too, but we can go get into that. But she a little silly. She a little silly. She can be a little laughy kind of sorority girlish and all that kind of stuff. She can be too silly. These other countries is not about to respect nobody like that. Just being honest. Y'all just think about in the country, political party. She does not even, and I know a bunch of y'all hate both the other ones too, but it's not about that. I'm talking about the character makeup and how they carry themselves. She does not like line up with Michelle Obama and the Hillary Clintons. Hillary's like stone cold. Like, I mean, we already know what happened with Hillary before. So Hillary's like militant. Michelle's got that strong look too. Kamala, I don't know how people think that's going to be the choice. Like, is I mean, you just got to think about these things. Like Kim Jong, Putin, none of these other leaders, NBA, none of them. They just gonna be like, what? They're not going to really respect it. So it seems like this is a weird choice. And then, like I said, I feel like they did it on purpose because they want to give themselves a chance to lose. Like Trump has been building his base forever, and then you were building the Biden base, and all of a sudden they threw her in at the last minute. And like, surely she's not gonna start gaining the votes at the last minute, but they misjudge what people would do. And like I said a couple of weeks ago, they misjudge social media because the people that's making these calls and these moves are older, and they don't realize how much social media, TikTok, Instagram, affects stuff. I even saw, I think it was this morning, saying that Taylor Swift came out and endorsed Kamala or whatever. So these guys are so used to running the show as they've been doing for at least 40ish years at least, with the just running what they want. They put on the news that, oh, whoever's in Bush is ahead and blah blah, and they can make the stuff look like they want it to. But now with social media, they can't fully control the narrative anymore. But yeah, just think about that, and that's on one side. So you either gonna like all the three women I talk about, or you gonna hate all three of the women I talk about. Either way, you see them all the same way, no matter what side you're on. And I don't think nobody on the stream could say like, oh yeah, Kamala's just like Michelle and Hillary Clinton. Like it just doesn't. Yeah. Anyway, I think I talked about that way longer than I wanted to. But yeah. Oh, here's the other thing. Yeah. So you can lie to yourself if you want to. Okay, I would say at least 90% of us have hit the crack pipe and thought they was going to talk about crypto. I mean, I don't know why the sound goes out, but hopefully back. Anyway, I was saying at some points, some of us have hit the crack pipe and thought they was going to talk about crypto in these debates or whatever. Still too early. You got to think about where we are in the cycle. It's still too early for that kind of stuff. I know that he's talked about it at the Bitcoin conference and here and there and other clips and stuff like, but that wasn't going to happen. And I told y'all last night in the group, I was like, I didn't watch it. I don't. To be honest, besides looking at what people saying on Twitter, I have no desire to go look at clips and see what they talked about. It doesn't really matter to me. I just got to focus on other stuff. Yeah, this is more odd. Yeah, this was them talking about the earring and that she had the earrings were earbuds or something like that. I don't know, man. Now, and this is the last thing I got to say about politics. I think it's the last thing I got to say about politics, but I like this tweet and I hate it at the same time. He says, the moment you guys tried to, the moment you guys tried making crypto a right versus left thing is the moment everything became so much worse. Surely no one could have seen this coming. Actual facepalm to so many of you that fell for it. But he should be saying this about the overall, because as I keep saying, as long as, and I'm not the first person to say this. This is not no alpha. This is not no Zoe theology. Everybody, a lot of people have said this. The more that they get you pointing the finger at each other, the more they can keep running the game. Like I use the example of somebody playing games in this crypto YouTube verse that we have here. And I don't even talk directly about what it was, but I see games being played, and then you got every other influencer or YouTuber, whatever you want to call it, pointing the finger at the other while the person is shaking the jar. Well, I missed the reference of the red and black ants being shaken in the jar and the red and black ants fighting each other, but it's actually the person shaking the jar. But anyway, so yeah, the person that's shaking the jar is unseen. Nobody's going for their throat. Nobody's going after them. Nobody's attacking them, and they just chilling in their own world. But they're the one that's causing all the foolishness. So man, last night, I've been saying it for months, but last night, it's gonna happen after a debate, man. Boy, I clicked on like Clicked on social media, it was crazy. Some of y'all didn't even listen to the debate. Some of y'all stupid. Some of y'all think y'all smart. I was like, all of y'all that think y'all smart are actually the ones that are being bamboozled. Now, granted, there is a lot of speculation of how it's gonna affect the market, with the interest rate cuts or whatever. But I can tell you 99% of people that's all over social media talking about the debate have no idea what's coming with interest rate cuts. They don't know anything about financial system because finances run everything. Like I keep saying, it ain't the Second Amendment, it ain't abortion laws, it ain't none of that stuff that people think is about. And 99% of these people have no idea about interest rate cuts. And I know this for a fact because I watched. So I was about to say idiots. So I don't use idiots as a derogatory term. It's just how I speak. It's a word I just grew up saying. But I watched so many people that I know buy houses during the worst time when interest rates was like 8%. Like I know at least four people that bought at that interest rate and they're underwater right now. And I was trying to tell them, you know you can wait. I know you're an adult and you feel like buying a house is something you should do to feel more like an adult and all that. But yeah, like I said, I got plenty of them like 60,000 underwater right now. Like, I'm just to give you an example, say they bought the house for $240,000. The house is now worth 180. Just all kinds of crazy stuff, and you can't tell these people anything because they're so involved in these distractions like the debate and Kendrick Lamar doing the Super Bowl and Lil Wayne not being a part of it, which I'm pretty sure Lil Wayne is gonna get Kendrick's gonna bring Lil Wayne out or whatever. But what I'm saying is they got all this stuff out here, the Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef and all the stuff people paying attention to, but nobody knows what they really should be paying attention to. And like I said earlier, a lot of y'all are so much smarter than you give yourself credit for. You think, oh, Zoe has all the information or whatever other YouTuber you watch, but you know more than most people do. You got to give yourself credit because a lot of these people have no idea what's going on. Um, but yeah, this didn't just make crypto worse; it's making the world worse because everybody's thinking I'm smarter because I know what this party did and you don't understand, and all of y'all are being bamboozled. But all right. Let's be. I'm done with politics. Anyway, let's get to this. So, um, and I thought about this the other day. I used a scripture as a I'm crazy. I used a scripture as my thumbnail the other day, and it was excuse me. Hold on, let me write this note real quick. Sorry about that. All right, but this next slide just made me think about it. But anyway, um, oh, sorry. Yeah, I used a scripture as my thumbnail the other day, Ecclesiastes 9:11, and then I realized, dang, that would have been a perfect thumbnail for today because today's 9/11. But whatever. The race is not given to the swift, so just have patience in crypto. But anyway, I just saw it on this. But yeah, so apparently, Vitalik likes selling Ethereum. That's what this all is. But a lot of people, where's Ethereum's price? Now the whole market is dropping too, and we got all this stuff. But yeah, a lot of people are becoming bearish on Ethereum because he keeps selling it in small increments, and he keeps saying that. I think I forgot a slide, but he keeps saying that he's doing it to fund other projects in the Ethereum ecosystem or charity or whatever he's saying. But a lot of people not falling for it. I feel like this goes. I don't know. I shouldn't talk about this. And when I say I'm not trying to be dramatic. I feel like I should. This is all speculative. What I'm about to say next. Okay, did you hear that? That's the disclaimer. This is all speculative. All right, it is speculative. So I know we got the Ethereum ETFs going on, right? Um, just like the Bitcoin ETFs, and people see it's bullish for Ethereum. I don't know why Vitalik is, selling Ethereum. We do have, September is known as a bearish month. We got that. We also had a thing when I say, if people think if people think the market is going to run, they're going to take profits before the run, so they get double profits, right? The other thing is, I saw somebody tweet this morning. They're saying stocks can barely hold a daily gain with just one green day this month. Oil prices are crashing like demand is disappearing. I'm going to talk about that one in a minute. Bond prices rising as if we're entering a recession. Gold prices are rising like more volatility is coming. Mortgage demand is at a 30-year low, and crypto is nearing a bear market like risk appetite. This is me speculating, right? It's not me trying to tell the future. This is not. Don't consider this alpha. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking out loud because I brainstorm as you should brainstorm. Okay. So as I said earlier in the stream, I was like, if we get Kamala, that makes me think. That makes me think. Maybe we gonna get C19 2.0. I'm just thinking, just spitballing. Oil prices down. It's like, do they not expect people to be traveling and moving? Gold prices rising like volatility is coming. Bond prices like a recession. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I'm just thinking. Sometimes you got to think. Sometimes you're just thinking and you throw it out and never think about it again. But sometimes you got to brainstorm. You got to think about these things. But I told myself I wasn't even going to talk about that slide. But when I saw this other slide, I don't know. It just made me think about it. Anyway, you can do your own research on that. I don't know. What is this slide? I think that was just something I was looking at. Okay, this is some kind of cool news or whatever. So today, PayPal and Venmo users can now send crypto using ENS domains. This update simplifies crypto transactions by replacing long wallet addresses with easy to use ENS names. Now you know where like Venmo and PayPal, I know PayPal, you have like your little PayPal handle like at CryptoZo, and then Venmo you have pretty much the same thing. You got like a username or whatever that you send money with, and the ENS domains is just like it'll be like CryptoZo.eth or whatever. So now they're saying that you can send payments to PayPal and Venmo using those. I got some good notes over here I want to talk about. Which one did I say first? I'm gonna just blow through these. Indonesian crypto exchange Indodax goes offline after suspected $22 million hack. The breach compromised hot wallets on the exchange, resulting in the loss of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Tron, Matic, and other cryptocurrencies. Indodax has temporarily suspended operations. I'm only bringing this up to remind you, as I should, probably every 2 to 3 weeks, to get your stuff off the exchanges and get yourself a cold wallet. I'm not even trying to shill you any affiliate link. I probably should have been had one of those, but get your stuff off the exchange as soon as possible, because when this stuff happens, it will be locked on the exchange and you never know what can happen. But if you have it in your cold wallet, you can send it to whatever exchange you want to, and you can sell your crypto without losing access to it. Next slide. FBI reports Americans lost $5.6 billion to cryptocurrency fraud in 2023. I'm not even going to read what the article is about, but this just segues into probably some of the stuff I'm about to talk about next. And I've seen some crazy stuff. Let's see, where we want to start at with these notes. Okay, I already talked about that one. Actually, I'm going to talk about that. I should have put these in a better order. It's all right. Just hang with me real quick. Let me put that there. Let me erase this crap. All right. Oh, this is not as much as I thought. I just wrote it on multiple lines. I don't know why. This is actually the good stuff. So, I'm be honest. Usually I don't put all the stuff out there because, like I say, I'm not trying to be, mean or anything, but some people have to lose in order for people to win. That's how we win in crypto, because there's losers. Let me tell you something, man. If you, let me slow this down. There are projects that have been on the market since last cycle. Stay with me. I know you think you know what I'm gonna say, but you don't. There's projects that have been on the market since last cycle. Because they've been here since last cycle, more of their tokens have come into circulation, and they don't have a big difference between the circulating market cap and the fully diluted, which means, simply put, most of all the tokens on the market. Some of these projects, 85 to 96% of the tokens on the market. Some of them been on the market so long, they probably 100% of their tokens are on the market, right? Pay attention to this. This is a scam that's been going. I've been talking about this for a minute, but I never said it this clear. There's a scam going around, and let me just say Casper. I'm not talking about Casper, so I want y'all to get your panties in a bunch and all that. But after the whole Casper thing, people start running these scams, and it was like, wait, Casper ran because blah, blah, blah was said. So let's say this one is a fair launch. This is a huge scam. Let me explain this to you very simple. If it's not a project from last cycle, and it is a project that is new this cycle, and it's been out less than 6 to 8 months, especially less than 2 months, and you look at it on not crypto.com. If you look at it on CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko, and you see that this new token has almost the entire supply out, It's kind of a red flag. I know. They've been telling y'all, no, this is good. This is good. It's fair launch, and everybody got to. There's no VCs holding the tokens, so no, that's a. I was about to say something else. That's a fake meme coin. Most likely, most of the times. Now, I was saying this the other day. I saw people start shilling this one project because they saw other people shilling, and I'm just like, don't they know this is just a trash scam? And what I've said this before. These are liquidity grab projects. I see, and then let me say this. This is the other thing they do. You read between the lines. Use the alpha for yourself. Think between. I know some of y'all gonna try to comment some stuff, but they'll do the fair launch thing. They'll be like, "Oh, it's fair launch," and just look at the tokens, especially when there's like a big market cap. Like, okay, all the tokens are on the market, but it's already at 200-300 billion market cap. Or some of these, even the smaller ones that are smaller. And then another thing they'll do is this has been going the whole cycle. Celestia was one of the first ones that actually I got something to talk about Celestia too, but Celestia was one of the first ones to do it, and everybody kind of jumped on the bandwagon of doing the airdrops. And so then they were like, "Oh yeah, you got to get in this because it's airdrops and whatever." And so let me explain this to y'all real clear. Stop letting people play games with y'all. When you get the airdrop, what happens? You like, I'm a part of the community now. This is a false way of building community. And most of the times it's a trash project that they just gonna run to get some liquidity on, and they're not gonna hold it forever. They're not gonna be talking about it later on in the cycle. Yeah, what I said. Oh yeah, fair launch gimmick. Yeah, and the whole thing, like, oh, you can get in on it too. Like, yeah, that's just for you to feel like you're a part of the community, so they have more shillers to fill their bag. Nobody's giving stuff to you this easy, man. Y'all, you got to realize this. But yeah, you just see a new token pop up already, and 98% of the tokens on the market. You should be like, you should look at it funny. You should go do your own research. Don't get bamboozled. Like I said, usually I keep this information to myself. Some of y'all probably don't even realize how important this information is right now. I'll be shorthanded in my notes. I'm gonna say one thing, and then I'm gonna get to the very last thing. Then I'm gonna get to the comments, questions, and concerns. The last, second to last thing I'm gonna say is, as I say this channel all the time. When I started this channel, I thought I knew how it was gonna go. I thought I knew how it was gonna flow. I didn't. Um, and starting this channel made me realize more so how other people move in the space. I always knew I was different, but I move a whole lot different. This is all I'm gonna say. And I'm really here to give information. I'm sorry. I don't have no swoopy doos for you. I don't have no sparkles jumping out the screen, no fancy transitions. I'm not here to make crypto content, y'all. I'm just here to talk. It's just a camera and a mic turned on. Like, I'm just here to make content and give y'all information. I'm not here to pump my bags, purposely FUD anything or give any kind of false information or whatever. So I'm saying that to say I love Celestia. Celestia is one of my babies, and y'all know this. I talked about it, made a video on it, explained it, invested in it, and all that. But y'all, Celestia got a big old unlock coming. I'm just letting you know. I don't know. It's going to be some dilution. I don't know if it's going to dump on your head or not. I'm just warning y'all that it's a huge, huge increase in the supply coming. My bad. I didn't do the math. This is gonna sound crazy, but I really didn't do the math. It's somewhere between 80 and 140%. I don't know. I can't. I'm sorry. I can't even remember. It's a big little thing now. Like I said, if it's 10%, maybe even 20%, I usually tell people like, "Oh no, chill, don't sell out your bags." But I don't know. I'm not telling you sell out your bags. I'm just letting you know, for warning you that it's probably gonna drop. This I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. Anyway, about the moving different, blah 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 blah. I'm not gonna be too long. I know when I talk about my past and how I grew up and stuff, it usually gets long, but I'm not gonna be long. But it's this popular phrase. It's nothing too big. This popular phrase that I grew up hearing all the time. It usually was involved in when somebody was talking about fighting or somebody was betting some money on dice or basketball or whatever. But the saying was, I ain't gonna forget what you said. And usually I put a word on the end of that, but I can't say it on stream. But that's what I said, bro. I ain't forget what you said. I ain't forget what you said. Like, I heard it so many times growing up in so many different scenarios. But what I'm realizing in crypto, and maybe how other people are, maybe how they grew up is different. that's why I move the way I do, because it's not out of fearing anybody, because I don't fear anybody. I don't fear y'all or whatever. But it's just the fact that I grew up with people to remember what you said. You can't say something and then be trying to take it back later, or back, as they say, backpedal or whatever. So that's why I talk the way I'm gonna do on my channel. If I talked about something incorrectly, or something, if I talked about a token or whatever and it bled out, I'm gonna just be like, yeah, I was bullish on it, bled out, whatever, whatever, whatever. But most people can't do that, and I realize that because I see, even like, I had some crazy crap where people thought they was attacking me, and I'm just like, I was like, why do they think this is like some kind of surprise or whatever? It's just like, yeah, it happened. But people are so used to trying to erase stuff, and this is the thing. They're so used to people having short-term memory and not remembering stuff. I didn't grow up like that. Where I grew up, everybody remembered everything you did, everything you said. And so, like, trying to do like a aha on me, that's not gonna work, because I'm just like, yeah, I said that. Like, okay, cool. But I'm guessing and honestly, a lot of people are not like that. A lot of people. So the next statement I want to make is, I told my lady about this. This was one of the first things I told her when I saw her when she came home. I said I had to rewind. I had to rewind this clip 3 times, because I said, Zoe, maybe a little of your ADHD is kicking in. Maybe you're not focused. Maybe you're tired. I've said this thing before, but I clearly heard someone FUD their own project. I had to click, double tap on the phone. Nah, my phone audio must be bad. Let me go to the computer where the speakers are, and so I can hear clearly. I got some nice speakers, y'all. I'm an audiophile. So let me go to the computer. Let me listen to this, 'cause I'm not hearing them clearly. I'm probably missing a word or something. There's something going on. I listened to the clip like 3 or 4 times, and this person, I'm not talking, because okay, there's a couple of things people try to track, and none of these things can really help you. You got to do multiple research. People try to track what people are following on Twitter. They try to track what somebody said they invested in or whatever. But when I say this project was their project, it was their project. Like, they didn't invest in it as in got in the private sale or the public sale or whatever crap you call them things. I mean, it was like they were like a backer. And so I've been saying this for months. Like I just said, the way I grew up, people say, I ain't gonna forget what you said. Bro, I remember what you said. Oh, I ain't gonna forget. That's how I grew up. But apparently people have so short-term memories, because I was like, wow, you really said that. But as I've been saying for months, this all connects. So I was telling you earlier about the memenomic type of tokens or whatever that all you see them shilling it. Those are liquidity grabs. Because how are you telling me about this liquidity grab project, but you're not telling me about your project? And then now you're going so far as to FUD it. I wouldn't hold that. What? Y'all. They playing games. They're playing games. Let me be honest. Like everybody, well, not everybody, the people who can say it, we love to brag about how many cycles we went through and how much experience we got. But I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's not something I was really focused on last cycle. I wasn't even thinking along these lines last cycle to be paying attention to stuff like this. But now I'm deeper in. This feels like one of the last cycles to make good money. Make it for my family. I'm helping people out in the Patreon or whatever. I'm paying attention to stuff closer. And man, they are playing games. This is not to say like, oh, I'm the most honest person on crypto YouTube. It's just like, bro, they playing some serious games. When you fudge your own project, I ain't gonna lie, I'm finna go clip it right after this, because I don't think they deleted it. I'm gonna clip it. I ain't gonna say nothing. But when they start showing that project, it depends on how I'm feeling. If I want to be petty, they playing games. So these people don't want you to get into good projects. What I'm saying is, they don't want you to get into projects that's going to be long term, that they're going to be shilling to you later. All jokes aside, yeah, they got a lot of stuff that they're cooking up. Between really a lot of narratives, AI, gaming, Dexes, all kinds of every narrative you can touch. They got these little liquidity projects that they cooked up, and the problem with most of them is you're like, oh, but they actually got a product or whatever. Like, this is the product, yeah, but they're not trying to go long term with that. For one, you got to think about the cost of exchange listings. exchange listings, just all that kind of stuff, constant developments, constant news and stuff like that. But yeah, they when I saw, I had to rewind it 3 times, man. And yeah, they flooded their own project that they're backing, because what they're saying is, nah, bro, don't touch this one yet. Because even though they invested in it, yeah, I don't think y'all realize this. People don't just invest in projects, whether they were an initial investor as a VC, or if they got in the or you got private, public sales, all those different names, right? Most of the times, if they really like the project, they want to buy it on the market just like you. So yeah, they already got some bags of it, but they probably want to buy it on the market too. And so they're trying to keep the prices of these things down. I will say they probably will get lucky, because sorry to say, y'all, I should have talked about this earlier, but we probably could see some more dumps. I know that ain't what y'all want to hear, but yeah, they want to buy on the market just like y'all. And I think sometimes y'all might forget that, but they playing games, man. So anyway, if you pay attention to the stream, I gave some nuggets in there. Start looking at that stuff when you start looking at projects, because you ain't gonna be able to run every project by me all the time. Some of us on different sleep schedules and all kinds of stuff. And then again, like I told the group the other day, like when I put out projects, it's not for you to buy every project that I talk about. I'm just trying to give people options. That's another thing I learned. I didn't know, like, it was like the people were, the groups were like, this is our group's projects. These are our 20 projects, and everybody in this group has all 20 of these projects. I don't want to run my group like that. You're gonna have some stuff I never talked about, probably some stuff I don't like. Um, but I do try to give people options or whatever. But I was gonna say something else. I forgot. Maybe it'll come back to me. Anyway, let's go. Comments, questions, and concerns. As he said, good morning. What's up? You said the sound was breaking up. Hopefully it's better now. I don't know why I was breaking up. Sometimes it just be tripping for no reason. Bruce just said, marrying crypto to a candidate or any ideology for that matter is utterly stupid. Crypto is an absolute. Yeah, I think I named my thumbnail like something like that yesterday. But yeah, man, this like I said, I was going to say this cycle. I keep saying cycle. This election go around is just, I see it so much different than I did last time, because even though I was in writing and production and stuff before, I got way heavier into it, like probably like right after the last election. And then, working little side gigs and stuff like that made me realize, like, wait a minute, if I'm doing this for this, and then the PR company hires writers to do this, that's kind of the same thing they do. And all the stuff started clicking, and you just realize how all the stuff works out. Like, let me use this example, because we kind of talking about it. I see people talking about, I saw two things. So one is, you probably already know, people like, why they keep covering Bronny? He not even a top pick. Just because he's LeBron James' son. No, it's not because he's LeBron James' son. It's because LeBron James and company and the management of Bronny, which is connected to LeBron James, said, hey, we need to keep Bronny in the news. And they went and hired a publicist. And when you pay the publicist, PR, whatever term you know it is, you pay them a rate. And I always try to use examples, say you might pay them 20,000. Usually when you're like on the A list, you're paying them about 15 to 25K a month. The bigger ones, they could be paying their PR between 40, 60, 80,000 a month. Right. But out of that, let's just use 20,000. You get 20,000. And I'm just throwing out numbers. It might not even be accurate, but the PR person will actually probably only take 5 to maybe 8,000 of that. The other 12,000, whatever, they use to buy articles and placements and ads and commercials and stuff like that. And so when you start working in that space, and then they start needing people for writers, and they're like, all right, we got this celebrity, this actor, whatever, we need you to write this article on them. And then you see it's the same kind of makeup as when you do the presidential campaigns, and you see the presidential smear ads and stuff. All that stuff works the same. And that's why I'm like, this is too close to being the same to not be the same, to not be scripted, to not be orchestrated. So even this week, I've been seeing a lot of stuff about, I hope nobody got any complaints about this, but about Kobe Bryant's daughter. Now, if you know, Kobe Bryant's daughter doesn't play any, I mean, she plays sports, but she's not doing like anything on that level. But because she's Kobe Bryant's daughter, they still got Kobe Bryant's management. His wife still has her stuff. They do ads on Kobe Bryant's oldest daughter as well. Like, even though she's not doing anything, because she has a PR, they have PR. So that's how that works. But anyway, said all that to say is that's when I just started really just getting realizing this whole political thing is just divide and conquer. People have been saying it forever, but until you start being in the writing space and ghostwriting and all that kind of stuff and being on the other side of it, you just like, yeah, you kind of realize how it works. But anyway, there we're talking about politics again. Muted sound. So yeah, the sound went out as he threw up an ear on stream. That could have been a Mike Tyson reference. But so let's say you didn't miss anything. Okay. Went out for a second. My lady was fast with it. She was like, sound. She said it real loud, real fast. St. Louis, it definitely was 3 versus 1. I think you're talking about the debate. I saw a lot of people saying that, but I literally, and I saw clips of it, but I didn't watch it enough to really know. But I mean, it was ABC. I think somebody was saying that she was friends with the one of the Kamala was friends with one of the hosts or whatever. Ooh, here I go talk about politics again. But you were saying something about it. Let me say what I'm gonna loosely say this once again, not alpha, not an absolute. This is not, don't consider this that. But my take is, with the exception of the old school politics, like maybe the Bush senior and maybe even Bush junior, the Al Gores, the Mitt Romneys, the Clintons, Reagan, and all them, I feel like they knew it was a system. I don't feel like the candidates these days are fully in on the whole thing. I'm starting to believe at the end of it, they actually believe they either lost or won. Like I said, except for when Hillary came into the new age, I feel like she knew what was going on. As we know, Dems gonna throw up who they want to anyway. They don't even give a crap about no primaries. But no, I ain't gonna go that far down the rabbit hole. But anyway, yeah. As I said, just use VPN you just use VPN to some random country to avoid all the election commercials. A commercial in another language is better than stupid election ads. Oh, that is true. That is true. Yeah, that is true. When I use a VPN, I don't be seeing that stuff. Eric Silva. Oh, are you relation to his name dropped on my head. The MMA fighter. Actually, it's 2 of them. Let me stop trying to tell jokes. But what's up, Eric? Said I'm a new subscriber. Love your channel. Appreciate it. Hopefully you can learn something, get something from the channel, and make a whole bunch of money this cycle. Michael said, "How is anyone here buying anything with exchanges blocking us? VPNs don't work. They want KYC." Michael, this is sound crazy, but I like that little M you got there. It looks kind of dope. But oh, sorry. Let me read that again. See, I get sidetracked. Buying anything exchanges blocking us with VPNs don't work. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, we got some. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I hate to do this, but we got some ways around that we talk about in the Patreon or whatever. But I'm just being honest. It gives us a kind of upper hand on get into some stuff. I know. Maybe you join a Patreon for 2 days and you can cancel after that. But we got ways to work around that. But I don't really want to talk about that stuff on the channel because it's pretty much an advantage. Yeah, it is. I know that sounds some type of way, but kind of is what it is, my guy. But no, there's ways around it. But I still got this on stream. Where we at now? 56.6. It's trying to go back up. Let me see if I see any important news to give y'all before we get out of here. Ooh, the market is red. Oh, shit. No, everybody's talking about election stuff. I mean, not election, debate stuff. No, I'm not going to talk about that one. I got to look into that some more. Yeah, I don't want to see nothing about no golden crosses. Nobody cares. Yeah, just people fussing about the debate. So, hold on. I got all these water bottles in the way I can't even see anything. But yeah, who was that? Michael. Yeah, Michael. There's ways around that. But guys, I can't even believe it's been 45 minutes. I thought it was more like 32. But if you want to join the Patreon, it is at patreon.com/cryptozo. Get into some of these get into some of these prizes earlier before the backers themselves start talking about them, even though they're not talking about them now. But I'm gonna catch y'all next time.